Morning, folks. So part 2 of this is basically a continuation of where I left off on the Dixie Belle page a few moments ago. And it just got a little bit out of hand, I'm not going to lie. It got a little bit silly over on that page. So if you have watched that live, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't watched that live, you won't. So yeah, it just got a bit, it's just got a bit silly, as it always does. Just enjoy being a clown. Hello, Donna. Hi, Jackie. I'm here. I'm back. Part 2. Hello, Gina from Georgia. So I've got the camera on a bit of a wonk, but it is low down. It was funny. But the problem is I get carried away and start being too silly. Christina doesn't help. She eggs me on. I've got Jackie as well. Aaron, he's down with the bants. I can clearly tell that. So I'm going to carry on. I've chucked my brush in the tub with the water in for the boss, but I can do another coat in a bit. So I'm going to carry on with Peacock. Might go on the floor, get rid of that. Dogs are definitely going to bark. They didn't bark on that live, so they're definitely going to bark now. Let me just see if I can. I'm here. At least I can go back in my own time. And you just missed the live, new follower. Thanks, Wendy. To be honest, I barely did anything apart from was just silly. The problem is I enjoy acting the goat and I like making people laugh. And then Christina encourages me. And then I get nowhere. So, if you missed the live on the Dixie Belle page, this cabinet is quite old pine, and it's a commission piece from a customer that he's had a few pieces from me before. Snow has drifted up your workshop door. Where are you, and why have you had so much snow? I mean, we had a scattering yesterday, but not a lot. So yeah, the cabinet is from a commission that's a customer's had a few pieces from me before. He's got quite an eclectic, funky taste, which I absolutely love. We are going with the rustic vibe on this one. There's been quite a lot of work gone into this prep-wise before I could get it to the stage where it was ready to paint. Aberdeenshire, you had a lot of snow. How much snow have you had? You need one more colour with a bird name. There aren't any more, are there? Or are there? Bird names. Can't think. There's too many colours, isn't there? So to get it to this stage, like I say, if you missed the live, to get it to this stage, I've had to take all the wax off. I've injured my elbow and my arm in the process. So if you're watching Stuart, my price has doubled. Just kidding. So yeah, I've done myself an injury with the flamingo, of course, flamingo. I don't know. Squire, all right, James, how are you? So going back, I get distracted and start talking nonsense. Going back to the cabinet. So before I got this ready to paint, I had to strip all the wax off. It's a horrid job. It's a horrible job. But if you paint over wax, your paint ain't going to stick. Unless you're using Dixie Belle's Best Down Wax, which is water-based. So there is an exception to that rule. But this was historic, gummy old wax that I had to take off. So white spirits is what we call it here in the UK. I don't know if it's the same thing, but white spirits. It stinks. My whole house still smells of it. Kids slept beautifully last night though. And yeah, I've got a bit of a weird head. Like, makes me feel a bit sicky. So white spirits, wire wool, scrub, and then wipe, and then repeat. White spirits, scrub with wire wool, wipe off with a rag, repeat. And you just have to keep doing that until all the wax is gone off your piece. Then I cleaned it twice with White Lightning from Dixie Belle, which is available now in the UK. It hasn't been up until a few weeks ago, and now it is. Best cleaning product, hands down, I've used on furniture. So it's granulated, and you basically get some hot water. Little bit goes a long way. plops them in. The instructions there are on the packet. Chucks them in some hot water, mix it round, clean your piece. So I clean this twice. I am a bit of a sucker for prep. So if you don't do your prep, your finish is going to suffer. It's always worth putting in the extra step and the extra time with prep. I know people want a shortcut. I know people want this no sand rubbish, but it's not true. The paint is only going to be as good as your prep. Sounds a bit cliche, but it is true. So that's had a lot of work put into it, even though it doesn't look like it is. Poor Stuart. Yeah, I'm going to slap some flamingo on it. He wouldn't mind. Turpentine, white spirits. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Does anybody know what it's called in the US, the white spirits equivalent? I don't know. I'm not au fait with it, I'm sorry. So that's, like I say, had quite a bit of work put into it before we could get it to the stage where it was ready to paint. And I'm going to basically talk you through what I did briefly on my live on the Dixie Belle page just a moment ago. Mineral spirits. There you go, mineral spirits. Thank you. Thanks, guys. So, this is one of the new designs of the rice decoupage paper from Dixie Belle's Bells and Whistles line. So they have now released them on the website with my exclusive link, which I've linked above me. If you click onto Bells and Whistles, and then you can find transfers and decoupage paper. That link will only work. Obviously, you can view it from anywhere, but you can only purchase it if you're in the US. So for the UK peeps that are watching, oh no, my brother's on. Apologies in advance. I can't stop him. I could ban him from my page, I suppose, but okay. This might end abruptly. I don't know. I might have to press the finish button very quickly. So this is one of the new patterns with the rice paper patterns from Dixie Belle. So if you want to view them, you can go on the website and the link above my head. Only US people can buy from that website. They don't ship to the UK. So retailers in the UK are taking pre-orders for this, and I think it should be here around any moment now, unless it already is. I lose track with all the different retailers in US and UK and all the rest of it. So, but yeah, arrival in the UK is imminent if it's not already here. And this is it's a really tough rice paper. It's very thin, so perfect for decoupage, and I've used a lot. In the early days when I started painting, decoupage was my thing. I used to absolutely love it, and I used to use paper napkins, and you have to be very careful. They don't rip and tear, and even when you've put them on, they can still sort of rip and stuff. Don't encourage my brother. Frank, go away. So yeah, this is the one of the designs. There's absolutely loads of designs. These are Frank, no. These are really, really gorgeous. The colour is not being picked up too well on the camera, but they're beautiful. And we've decided with Peacock and Antebellum blue, because obviously there's quite a lot of blues in the design. Frank, can you just please go away and do some work or something? Please. So yeah, this is one of the designs. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it cool? And it's so different as well. There's not a lot of stuff like this available. So I love that about Dixie Belle. They've got something for everybody. If you like flowers, they've got that. If you like a bit of birds, they've got that. They've got everything. So I'm going to be using this, and I'm waiting for a FedEx parcel to arrive with the rest of this paper in, because I've only got a few sheets. I think you get 3 pieces in a pack. And I'm going to need more than that to do the entire 2 panels. So there is a FedEx man around about here today. I've had an email to say it should be here today. So as soon as I see the FedEx man, I'm going to go and tackle him on the drive. So the plan is to tile this, and this is like a recessed panel here. We're going to tile that with the bird paper, and I think that's going to look really cool. bit quirky, bit funky, bit rustic. We're going to go in there with the waxes. So I'm going to carry on. If my brother chirps up, just ignore him or block him or whatever. I don't know. I am using a... Oh, it's dried out a bit. So I'm using the Dixie Belle Mini, which is my fave. Can we put up a pan? Can we put up a panel? Yes. I'm not going to do it today. So this has had one coat of Boss on. The Boss has been used to prevent bleed through because this was like a pine ply, I think, underneath here. Didn't want to take any chances with it bleeding through my decoupage paper. So to be on the safe side, I'm going to let this dry a little bit more. Then I'm going to do another coat of white Boss and let that dry. And then I will come back and I will do some decoupage on my page live when it's properly dry. If I do it too soon, you just encourage bleed through basically, because I'm using I'm going to use Gator Hide to stick the decoupage paper down, and obviously it's water based and that can draw tannins through. Even on Boss, you have to wait for it to dry properly. So I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to do it today. I'll just carry on painting my painting the cabinet in the blue. So this is the Mini, and I'm down on the floor. It's not an attractive pose, I'm not going to lie. But it's the only way I can get down here and do the bottom, because I've already done the top. There's a dog milling about as well. Or 4, I should say. There are 4 creatures. So this colour is called Peacock, and it's a really, really cool colour. I am going to do that lip actually, so I'm just going to go in a little bit. Yeah, I am. Here's the dog, look. Hello, Bella. I'm going to do that return lip. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. I'm going over the Boss a little bit here, but that don't matter. So I'm going to get all in there. And it does look like a hot mess at the minute, but it'll come together. Trust me. Like I said on my part 1 live that got out of hand on the Dixie Belle page, if I was using a light colour, so if I was painting this cabinet white, for example, then I'd be using Boss under here as well to be on the safe side, but I'm not. Peacock's quite a deep colour, although it's vibrant, it's deep. So I'm not going to use Boss under here. And also I am going back over this with Antebellum blue, and I'm going to probably be using some black wax as well. Let me see if I've missed any comments. Yes, the birds are out here. No peacocks though. I have got peacocks that wander around the village. Yes, this is the Mini. Sarah, that's the Mini. Hi Bernie, hello. You like my blue boho cabinet? Thanks Donna, thank you. I love that as well. If I had space for it, I'd kept that. Has my brother said anything? Is he going? Has he gone? Hopefully he's gone. Hopefully he's had his little bit of amusement and gone. Can you still see down at the very bottom? So I'm just spritzing this every now and again. If you're new to Dixie Belle is a chalk mineral paint, and it works really, really well with water. Couldn't understand it when it first came to the UK. I was like, why do you need a sprayer with water? Why? Oh, I don't understand. But yeah, this works really, really well. It's a continuous spray, and it's a really light spray. So it's not like a heavy spray where you get drips. I've always got this when I've got... You may have scared him. Good. I hope so. I hope someone scared him. Move that round. I'll do the rest of it. I hope so. He's out of his depth, isn't he, on here anyway, with all us. I know there's some guys watching as well, but with us women, he probably realised he was way out of his depth. Have you all entered the giveaway on my page? So this month's giveaway is any 16-ounce Dixie Belle Paint. So that includes either silk mineral paint or chalk mineral paint. You can choose any colour from either of those two ranges, and all you have to do is go to my website, which is www.faffdesigns.com, and sign up to the mailing list. And basically you'll find the instructions. If you go a few posts down, it tells you how to do it. No, they're not skateboards. They are, let me go further down. There's a dead dog in the corner, look. She's not dead, really. That was obviously a joke. They are, I don't know what they're called. Dollies? Don't know. They're like little platforms with wheels. They do look like skateboards. I wouldn't suggest skateboarding on them, though. Hello, Shelley. Hi, morning. It's just going a bit crazy here. Oh, thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Miss. Thank you. I can't speak French, so... thank you for watching, though. Much appreciated. Yeah, they're like little dollies on wheels, and you can move the furniture around, so it just makes it a bit more manoeuvrable. So I've just got this last little bit to do on this bottom. Can you see? Can you still see? So yeah, sorry, go onto my Facebook page, and a few posts down there's a giveaway. I should have pinned it to the top of the page, really. I'll do that later. Giveaway for either silk paint or chalk mineral paint, any colour in the 16-ounce size, and as long as we can get paint to you, then you are eligible. So you don't have to be in the UK, just because I am. It's open to everybody. We don't like to exclude. There we go. So it's going to need 2 coats, mainly because the wood's so dry, but it's just soaked it all up. Good thing is it dries really quickly when the timber's dry underneath. So that's 2 coats. Oh, that answered your question, Liz, before I'd even read it. Must be telepathic. It's going to be 2 coats of Peacock. I normally do at least 2 coats with paint, even if it looks like it's good coverage. I'm just a 2 coats kind of gal, I suppose. Is there a reason I spray the piece rather than the brush? No, each to their own. Some people do the brush, some people do the unit. I do a bit of both, just depends. You can use a wood conditioner. Yeah, there are wood conditioners on the market out there. And then go into the paint. Yeah, you can do that. Just depends. I'm embracing the look, so it's going to be a bit distressed and a bit rustic. And also I don't have a wood conditioner, so I'm just gonna go straight in with the paint. But you can if you want to. Typically I think wood conditioners are used when you're staining, but you could use it under paint, I think. I think General Finishes do one that's meant to be very good. So yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna back you up. I'm gonna see if I can move it so I can do a side. If you want to carry on watching me paint a piece blue, peacock blue. Is there a video on your boho blue? I did a live on the Facebook, on the Dixie Belle Facebook page, started on the process of that, and there was also a blog that I wrote. So I'm a bit more of a blogger than a videoer. So I did a step-by-step blog with pictures of all the different stages and a full description of all the products used. And that's on my website as well. Can you use no NGP? Do you mean no paint gel stain? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean, Deborah? NGP? No. Do you mean no paint gel stain? Just waiting to see if I don't want to miss Deborah's comment or what she's asking. Yes. Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can use it over Boss if you wanted to. Obviously, I'd advise using Clear Boss if you really needed to. I don't know why you'd need to Boss with no paint gel stain. Maybe if you go in whiter, if you're using the pickling white and you didn't want any bleed through coming through, or the grey, I suppose you might get bleed through on the grey. But if you go in dark with no paint gel stain, so walnut or espresso or the black, you wouldn't need to Boss underneath, I don't think. Is that what you mean? You're gonna have to shift, dog. I'm hoping this moves round okay, because I'm on some old curtains, because this is a new floor I use for staging, and I've already wrecked one. Fella, up. Fella, up. Up. Good girl. You can come back in a minute. Don't want to run over your toes with my wheels. There we go. She's gone. She's taken great offence to that and gone. Use an espresso in the top. It's not that good of a piece. What is it that you're going over? What type of wood is the no paint gel stain going over? If that makes sense. Is it pine? What's it going over? Because espresso is really dark. I've got my stool back. So it's pine. So if you're going no paint gel stain espresso over pine, I wouldn't use Boss. There'd be no need. It'd be let's go skateboarding. Yeah, there are a pair, so just hit me up when you're free. There's a lot of hills around here as well, so that'd be fun. Yeah, I don't think you'd need to use Boss under no paint gel stain that's going dark. Maybe a wood conditioner in that instance. It depends. Staining is a right game, so it's always a little bit unpredictable. People just think you can just whack a stain on and that's it, job's a good one, but it's not. It's I'm not on a bicycle, I'm on my wheelie stool. I invested, didn't I? Now I'm a brand ambassador. I thought I'd better get one of these posh wheelie stools. So yeah, I don't think you need to use Boss under it. You could, there's no reason that you can't, but obviously no paint gel stain. If you use Boss, it'll take longer to dry because it's going to be sitting on top of a product rather than soaking into the pine. If you want to send me some pictures and I'll have a look, I'll have a look for you if you want. Yeah, it's a hairdresser's stool. It's really comfy as well. It's really comfy. It's dead good for your posture. and it's so much fun. What did the kids do with it the other day? Oh, they've got like a little plastic ride-on tractor thing that Nancy had when she was little. It's lasted both kids, and they play with it outside. And they got my stool out of here, and they tied it on the back of the tied it with a piece of rope on the back of the tractor, and one of them sat on the stool and the other one was pedaling the tractor around, dragging them around, which was quite funny. Bella, no. She yeah, I'm pleased I haven't got to scooch my arse around on the floor anymore. Don't do that. She keeps trying to catch wasps. She's going to regret that. Give them the skateboard. Oh yeah, they've already wrecked a pair of my skateboard things. I had some wooden ones. They were like thick plywood. Look at her in the corner. They were like thick plywood on wheels. Same kind of thing, same dollies, but wooden. And they played with them, left them outside, and it rained, and all the wood swelled, because it does, doesn't it? It's really porous. And they were knackered, so I had to get rid of them. That's why I bought plastic ones this time, as much as I prefer the wooden ones. These ones they are a little bit more durable. So just going to give it a bit of a spritz. Whoa, stop. But if you ever have any questions about Dixie Belle Paint or anything like that, just and you're unsure on the products, just drop me a message on my Faff Designs page, and I'll try and help you as best I can. This top is being kept. It's proper old. Can you see how it's like it's made out of planks of wood? I actually think this piece is made out of a couple of different pieces, sort of mishmashed together, if you like. And we're not paneling this with the bird paper. This is just going to be blue. It's just going to be the front that's on the bird paper. So this is going Peacock and the wash of Antebellum blue. What was I talking about? Yeah, if you've got any questions on Dixie Belle products, paint, or any of the products, just hit me up. Just either drop me an email or a message on my Facebook page, and I'll always get back to you, and I'll try and help. Because it hasn't been in the UK very long, Dixie Belle. It's only sort of just over a year, I think, it's been in the UK. So, hi Judy. So, a lot of people still learning all about it. The top's being left as it is. Yes, that's what I was talking about as well. I have done the same thing to that. So, I've removed all the wax. It had candle wax and all sorts of drips on it. So I've removed the candle wax and I've removed the furniture wax. Cleaned it twice with white lightning, and it's really nice actually. Can you see? It's made out of really lovely old pine. So we're keeping that, and I think I'm just going to clear wax it just to keep it as rustic as looking as I can. Have given it a light sand. But other than that, we're going to keep it. We're going to embrace it. And it's all wonky and everything. Can you see how wonky it is? It's all wonky there. But I love it. I think it's going to look cool. Oh. So there's nothing much exciting here, apart from me painting in blue. But I'm trying to do more lives on my page. And I felt like the live on the Dixie Belle page this morning was just getting a little bit out of hand. So I finished it and I came here instead, because I know I can be a bit silly on here, and I can be a bit silly with Dixie Belle Paint as well, but you know what I mean. How long did it take to remove the wax? It's a horrible, horrible job. Horrible. Is it Sarah or Sarah? As I don't know, sorry. It was a fun live, Donna. It was a fun live, but I thought I'd end it on a high. I didn't want to, you know, when it starts going, yeah. Yeah, leaving the old patina, Jackie, definitely. It took me most of the day yesterday. I have knackered my elbow, my arm, doing it. It's I can't sugarcoat it. It's a bloody horrible job taking wax off stuff. White spirits stinks. You can get something called clean spirits, I think it's called. But it's rubbish. It don't work. I've tried it. It didn't work for me anyway. It just doesn't cut through like white spirits does. Sarah, not Sarah. No worries. So yeah, it just doesn't cut through like white spirits does. And you need wire wool and basically pour the white spirits on the piece. I lay it flat, whichever side that I'm taking the wax off, lay it flat. So this particular side, I would lie on the other side so that I'm working on a flat area, pour the white spirits on, scrub it with wire wool, and then get some rag and keep wiping it off. And Connie, how does it feel to know that you're colleagues with people like Amy and Brandy? It freaks me out. It actually freaks me out a little bit, because I'm so like I'm not slapdash. I know how to paint, don't get me wrong, but they just feel like Brandy's age. She's got a really good sense of humour, and that's how I basically communicate, is via humour. So if she got a good sense of humour, then I'm okay with people. But they are very professional, and they've obviously got a huge following, and I'm here just, you know, on my little page with my little website and just starting off. It's intimidating. They aren't intimidating, but the idea is intimidating. But yeah, sometimes I wake up and I still have to pinch myself, because it's like, I just find it crazy. I just find it mental that I am a brand ambassador for Dixie Belle Paint. I have no idea how I winged it, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm just here painting in my little workshop, being silly most of the time with my kids and my dogs. It's weird. It is really, really weird. And they probably think, who the hell is this weird person from the UK? So yeah, it is a bit bizarre. I keep getting emails popping up. Go away. You think I fit in? Do you? Thank you. Cheers, Jean. Get down. Trying to get my tripod down. Me and Chris Dorner hit it off from the start. She's absolutely hilarious. Oh, thank you, Aaron. That's very, very kind of you to say. I'm going to shift you back. But yeah, they're all just good at all the things. And I'm not very good with technology. 2 years ago, probably, I'd never have done a live before Dixie Belle. So thanks to them, my face is on the internet. Which I'm not cool with. I'm not photogenic. I'm not naturally good in front of a camera. Like, if someone gets a camera out for a photo, I run the opposite direction. I don't have many photos with me, even with the kids. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm confident if I'm, you know, with friends or family or whatever. But 2 years ago, if you'd have said I was doing if I had a weekly slot on the Dixie Belle main page, where there's I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people, I'd have laughed. I've laughed and I said, no chance, absolutely no chance. But yeah, they're just a really, really amazing company to work with. I feel really, I don't know, I feel a little bit humbled by working with them. But yeah, me and Chris Dorner hit it off straight away. She's hilarious. She's got my sense of humour. Like, she gets me totally, which I'm glad, because sometimes I do feel like I'm a bit of a nutter. So So yeah, I can't wait to meet them all in person, because that'll be cool as well. Just rattling on about a load of nonsense, not actually painting again. So I don't know if you follow Jodie from Decorous Vintage Designs. Hello, Bella. Bella thinks I'm mental because she thinks I'm talking to myself. She has been made a brand ambassador at the same time as me. She's in the UK as well. So we got asked to be brand ambassadors at the start of, well, at the end of last year it was. And we started our brand ambassadorship January this year. So yeah, it's been absolutely crazy, but in a good way. I just never imagined when I started off painting as a hobby that I'd be doing it on this sort of scale. And I never imagined people would people would care about what I was doing. I always thought, like, I've got nothing to say to people. Like, I'm just painting something blue. Why would people want to watch me paint that blue? And I still don't get it. Me and Jodie have a birthday on the same day. Our birthdays are on the same day, April the 3rd. Yeah, just a few days ago. So that's weird in itself. And we got on really well, me and Jodie. I actually introduced Jodie to Dixie Belle Paint. So she was quite new. She's only been painting about 18 months or so. And I saw her work and I was like, she's got a bit of something different. She's unique. And I started chatting to her and she asked me some advice about a courier. And I answered her. And then I started talking to her about paint. And I was like, you need to try Dixie Belle. Like, I think you'd really get on with it. I think your style of painting would really suit Dixie Belle. So, yeah, she got some Dixie Belle and basically it went from there. So she's got me to thank. I should be somehow earning commission off her or something. I'm only joking. Just joking. It's weird, isn't it? How we literally could be any other day of the year and we both have a birthday on the same day. It's freaky. Thank you. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Where does my name Faf come from? Right, so I wasn't originally called Faf Designs. When I first started this 5 odd years ago, whenever it was, I basically started painting when yeah, the banter between me and Christiana is funny. It makes me laugh. I look forward to my Dixie Belle live every week. So I wasn't originally called Faf Designs. I started painting when I was on maternity leave with a boy, and he's 5. So I've been painting 5 years-ish, which isn't that long, compared to some people. My name was actually Wild Rose Furniture when I started out all those years ago, and I still had a part-time job then, so my history is retail mainly. So I've got a degree in theatre design and arty-farty stuff and all that kind of stuff, and I've always loved art and things. Never really saw a career in it, but didn't know what else to do. So yeah, when I've been through retail, I used to be a manager at a shop called Halfords, if you guys know of Halfords in the UK. Basically car parts. I'm a bit of a petrol head at heart. Love my cars. Love my VWs, actually. So yeah, I started up and basically met a lady that lives not very far from me who stocks Dixie Belle Paint. She just lives in the town, closest town to me, which is Burton-on-Trent. Went to a few paint workshops and she was stocking a different paint at the time, so we've only had Dixie Belle in the UK just over a year. And basically hooked. I was like, oh, this is ace. And I had free time, so on maternity leave, so I did a couple of workshops. And she said, like, you've got something, do you want to sell your paint in my shop? And I was like, painted furniture in my shop where she stocked the paint. She was like, it'll work twofold. You'll help sell the paint and, you might sell some pieces as well. And I was like, okay. So I sold my first piece and then I was like, okay. So it basically went from there, and I was still called Wild Rose Furniture. I did a lot of decoupage in the early days with napkins and florals and stuff, which totally is not my thing. I don't even know why I went down that route. I suppose off the back of all the whole like shabby chic craze that was going on in the UK, but I've always had my own twist with it. I really love really chippy furniture. but never really had much success with selling that style, because who wants a chipped piece of furniture in their home? It's a very niche style, I find, chippy stuff. Yes, that's Shabby Nook. That is Shabby Nook. That's my local paint stockist. I've got her to thank for pretty much my entire painting career, because she got me hooked on furniture painting and taught me quite a lot of stuff. We basically went from there. I used to work with her on commissions. I've done kitchen painting with her. Used to help her out in the shop. Oh yeah, as the deliveries come. Hope you got some chocolate on it and some wine. So yeah, basically that was my name, Wild Rose Furniture, and my business evolved very, very quickly and started getting, you know, out there and selling my pieces online and stuff, and found my own style, which is this quirky, colourful craziness. I don't think I have a style, but I always love painting in colour. So I actually went to meet a few of Sharina's friends who are paint stockists as well for various different brands. We went down to Cornwall, saw a lady called Sandy and stayed with her. And we were bashing some ideas together about names. I was like, guys, I really want to change my name. Don't like Wild Rose Furniture. It sounds, it's not what I'm about anymore. It's not what I'm about. And we have a thing around here. I don't know if it's local to where I live or what, but it definitely is around here, where you say you're faffing around. And there was a few... Yes, you, Sarah. I didn't know you were on. Hello. You were there as well. And I just wanted something silly and something to represent me a bit more, because Wild Rose Furniture just wasn't at all. So we chucked some stuff around. I think Sharina still got the page in a notebook. We sat around a cafe. It was freezing cold in a little really lovely little place in Cornwall. And we came up with Faff Furniture, Faff Designs, and we were playing that, playing around with that, and we sort of came away and had, no concrete ideas about the name and stuff, and I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do Faff Designs. I'm going to do faffing around. That's what I'd say. I'm just faffing around, because that's how it started out, just faffing around with paint. So yeah, faffing and pottering, exactly, Carol. That's exactly what we do. So Sarah Pelly is, she was one of the people there. It was mint. It was a really nice couple of days down there. So that is basically when my business changed massively from that point on. I'm a total faffer. Faffing basically means, what did I see the definition of? I should have bought it. There was a print in a frame, and it said like, doing a lot but not achieving anything, basically. So yeah, just faffing around with paint. Faff Designs kind of like sums up what I do. So that's basically the story of my name. I saw somebody say, when am I going to meet the other brand ambassadors? So we have Zoom calls and stuff and things like that with Dixie Belle, but in person, I don't know, with all this COVID rubbish going on, I don't know. I'd love to go to Florida and meet them all, but I don't know. Hopefully Dixie Belle do like a thing. I don't know what they call it officially. Conferencey thing. There is talks of one being next year, but whether we'll be allowed to go and fly then, who knows? Just depends what Boris says. Boris needs to just let us get on. Oh, did you miss me, Tony? It was a weird live. Didn't do a lot. Yeah, it got a bit crazy, so I'm just here rubbish. I'm not even painting again. I'm not painting. The paint's gone dry on my brush. This is going to need a bit of a... Sorry, Bella, that went in your face again. This dog is not amused today. What's the matter, Belle? I can't go back any further than that. Can you still see? Don't they do bells and whistles tours? I don't know. Don't know, Jackie. COVID ruins everything. Stuart! He's just popped on. This is his cupboard. Charging you double, pal. I've got injuries and everything. That's my colour-loving customer. He's probably just quickly gone off. So I've just shouted his name like an absolute nutter. Or he's come on to tell me he's changed his mind, that he doesn't want blue anymore. Hope not. You're a faffer too. Yeah, I love a bit of faffing. Faffing around. So that's how I got my name. That was a very long-winded story, wasn't it? In the process, I've dried all the paint out on my brush. So that's going to need a bit of TLC afterwards. I'm pretty sure you've got a good view of my back now. So dry, this cabinet. Just using the water to make the paint travel a bit further and let it soak in to the dry wood. So there we go. That's that side done in Peacock, which it looks darker on camera. It's more vibrant in real life. So that's that side done. Let me just scroll back to see if I've missed anything. Where in Florida are they? Dixie Belle, Port Richey, I think that's how you say it. Don't know. They're there. So yeah, they do have like Shabby Nook, who is the stockist who stocks Dixie Belle. She went on one a Dixie Belle thing with fellow retailers, and the brand ambassadors were there. Obviously, this is way before I was a brand ambassador. Dixie Belle had only just come to the UK, and she was one of the first stockists, and she went on that. So yeah, she was lucky to go, and that's just before COVID hit. So basically, it all went from there, didn't it? Yeah, the colour's ace, isn't it? It's called Peacock. It's a really bright blue. Vibrant, but bright. If vibrant, no, you know, bright but deep. Deep, bright, vibrant. There we go. So that's the other side. Done. Let me just twist it round. This dog's very sad today. I normally have to shut her away because she's too excited. Hello from Portugal. Hi. So I'll just twist it back round if I can without running the dog over. Boop, boop, boop. Sorry, Bella. I'm caught up in the old curtains that are on the floor. But if I wreck this floor, I reckon Andy will leave me. Because he's replaced, this is my staging area as well. I've only got a really small workshop. One day, pipe dreams, I might have my own nice big workshop with underfloor heating or something posh and a hot tub outside to jump in when I want 10 minutes. Oh wow, you're not far from Dixie Belle. That's awesome. That's cool. She could be missing the kids. The dogs are always really weird when the kids aren't here, actually. Calmer for a start. So yeah, this flooring is my other half's just put it down for me for staging. This is the third one in not very long that I've had because I'm really messy and I don't put stuff down on the floor, and then I think, oh, I'll just wipe it up, and then I don't, and leave it and trash it and all the rest of it. So just to recap, if you didn't see, where are we going? Where are we? This is the antique pine cabinet that we are going to be doing over a series of lives. So off camera, I'm going to do a second coat of this. I'm going to grab some lunch, and then I'm going to do a second coat of Boss on here, which is going to stop the bleed through of the this pine underneath. So I don't want any of the tannins or anything bleeding through. The paper that I'm going to use is this, which is the brand new Bells and Whistles rice paper for decoupage. So you can see it's tough. but it's thin, really, really good. So the reason I'm doing white underneath is because I want these colours to pop. It's slightly transparent, so whatever colour you do underneath, it will show through the paper. It'll tint the paper slightly. So if I was to do blue under here, you'd get a blue hue coming through, which I don't want. I want the colours to stay true. White Lightning takes dry paint off the floor. It's not just dry paint. I full on trashed it. It was bad. It was like a white sort of ply that I put down. Yeah, it was not pretty. I'll trash that. Aren't you after tannins will come through the blue? No, I'm not concerned about that. So these two things are two different types of wood. This is a ply that was more of a bleeder than the antique pine frame. I think it's been cobbled together from a couple of different pieces of furniture, if I'm honest, because it's a really unique, really, really quirky little piece. If you were really worried, concerned about, because a lot of pine does bleed through, but this is really old, pale pine. If you were concerned about bleed through under over the top through pine, then Boss, clear Boss or white Boss, depending on the colour. Yes, 9 times out of 10 I would Boss with pine. Get my words out. It's gone past coffee o'clock. I need another injection of caffeine. So yes, in answer to your question, I'm not concerned about this. I did a test bit and it didn't bleed. The pine is very pale. It's very old. I'm also going to be deepening this blue colour with Antebellum blue and with some waxes. So we are going rustic and deeper with the colour anyway. That's the stool. So yeah, I'm not too bothered about bleed through. Hi Donna, keep it clean. It's another one. So my brother's been on. Now this one, I can see your name pop up here. Could go either way with this one. Oh, and another Donna. Hello. I don't mean you, Donna. I mean Donna Faulkner. You know who you are. Behave. So this is going in the recessed panels of the piece, and we're going to rough it up a bit and get some black wax in the action and all that kind of jazz. So I'm going to go now. I've probably bored you enough with my random talks. I've hardly painted anything. I've painted one side of a cupboard. So I'm going to do a couple more, well, one more coat of Boss under here, and then I'll be back either later today, possibly tomorrow, I don't know, and we'll decoupage this. I'll show you how to decoupage with Gator Hide, which is cool. You didn't get a chance to make a scene. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out before that happens. Nip that in the bud before that kicks off. I'm going to grab some lunch, grab a coffee, and carry on painting the other side. Hello, Stuart. This is your cabinet. I'll be billing you for my injuries. It's a nice piece. Yeah, it is. Nice piece. Nice waxed piece. I should have my arm in a sling, shouldn't I? I feel like pity. I've given myself tennis elbow getting the wax off. Yeah, because I'm scared. It could go either way with Donna. She's a little bit like my brother. No filters. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'll come back and decoupage the panels possibly tomorrow, another day. I don't know. I just jump on when I can. So yeah, thank you everyone for let me go and get the violin. I will burn it. I'll burn it. I'll put it on the bonfire. I will. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for the live story. Listening to the live story. Got a bit deep then, didn't we? And I'll see you in a bit. I'll see you on my page maybe later, maybe tomorrow. Don't know. I'll try and give you the heads up. I'm not very organised, so I just roll with it. Thank you. See you later. Bye.